Hello everyone, welcome to my Thesis final review. My name is Wen Liu. My thesis topic is called liminal space. There is a famous Chinese story that talks about two blind people trying to know what the elephant is like. They just touch some small parts of it. Finally, what they really know about the elephant is just a few pieces, not the whole part. This story is usually used to criticize the short-sighted people or people who generalized about things. When I was a child, the funniest part of the story was when I heard one of these people say, "Oh, I believe the elephant just looked like a rope." As I get older, the story takes on new meaning. In some ways, I think we all are blind people, drawing conclusions that are far from reality due to the limitations of experience and thinking. When we try to find and hold the truth, we can only find an answer based on existing experience and theories. But no one knows what reality itself is. The distance between what we perceive and what is objectively real is a confusing or ambiguous zone. That is liminal space. Liminal comes from the Latin word limens, which means threshold. The idea of threshold at first seems inconsequential because we cross threshold multiple times a day, primarily in the form of doorways. However, there are other thresholds where the time span is much longer. Sometimes the period between start and finish is the threshold called insistence. The time between love and forgetting is threshold of letting go. And the pause during quarantine is a liminal space as well. It is not where we come from or destination, but something closer to a freedom in transit. We think differently in these spaces. People rarely reveal themselves. Their positions and views become static. However, the liminal zone are opportunities for uncertainty. It stimulates people's conscious attention to active human sensations. Then, it lets people jump out from the fixed mindset, meanwhile building new ability to cognize the truth. My project seeks to articulate momentary liminal space by using different objects as proxies for human experience such as movement, tension, or balance. This allows us a new kind of access to our own sensation because it externalizes the feeling and places us as observers. A specific liminal space is created by form translation. I made 4 evolutionary steps to explore a liminal space creation method. The first part is form dimension translation. The shadow was created by thread, wire, and movement, which is a mixture of combination of 2D and 3D. The moving shadow is the temporary transition between them. Here is some different structure I made for the shadow. The second part is the reflection, which is form motion proxy translation. The reflection was gathered from the surrounding environment and the movement. It relied different views from multiple angles. When people observe objects from the world, we absorb things in our own way. This work provides a new version of the observation. Here is a different photos for I put the device in different environment. The third part is called sway, which is body form proxy translation. The idea about this project is from my own subway experience. Because I have to take the subway every day, I feel bored and tired of it. I don't think just me feel the same way. Almost everyone in the subway holds their phone all the time. I want to do something to change the atmosphere of this public space by introducing a liminal reflection. I hang some shapes on the train, claiming the space for my action. The materials move with the train. The motion looks the way the experience of riding feels. A body in space but felt through a shape. This translation articulating how something feels through a different form. The body to the shape, it creates a liminal invitation. It absorbs the audience eye. It provides another way to access a familiar but unarticulated sensation through the observations of objects, senses, and movement. The energy was transported from the train to the devices and made the movement unpredictable and mysterious. At this point, it triggered people's curiosity about the form. Every detail is not normal anymore. The last part also is the most practical part. The swing uses body motion proxy translation. This liminal space invites a new interactive relationship between people that adds new sensations. It also gives new consciousness which invites people to pay attention to this interactive space. This experience gave us fresh interaction and connection with ourselves. It triggers a curiosity to recognize the sense of existence and explores a new interest of experiencing the connection among us. When people start to take the seats, the balance adjustment, physical contact, order will affect the participants. Here I use the physical proximity of two people to stimulate the spiritual closeness in imitated relationship. Moreover, when two people's bodies stay close, the shortening of the distance between people will inevitably bring clinching, which is just like an intimated relationship. When two people are together, they enjoy happiness, but spiritual misunderstandings and fractions will be generated at the same time. When the body has a physical movement, people will automatically make physical adjustments to deal with this situation. At this time, the reaction of the participants becomes a part of the installation work. To sum up, the paroxys's voice was heard, which means it stands out by itself, by giving it a new environment. My works are kinds of portals to feel the ideal, depends on the liminal space. Looking at a shape, you will feel your body. Looking at a fractal plans, you feel a fractured attention. It expresses something about human experience, but in non-human form. Also, I intend to build a bridge among different sensations for people that let them to feel the synesthesia. I create an opening method of observation that give access to some other ways of feeling. Creating this liminal space which builds a bond between things, people, or just irrelevant things. It breaks the original form, which sometimes can make you better understand the truth. Alright, that's the end of my presentation. Thank you for watching.